She was wearing nothing underneath. She was wearing nothing underneath. Stop. I moved my eyes slowly, deliberately up her long black legs, across her flat, glistening torso, over her rounded breasts to her face. Stop. It wasn't beautiful, but it was lived in. Stop. I chewed her ear and whispered, "Kitten." Stop. Black thoughts were transmitted. Stop. I put my hand on her. I slammed my fist into his face as hard as I could. Stop. There was the sound of crunching bones. Stop. Blood spattered everywhere like a burst water main. Stop. I smashed my knee into his... I took the whip from the wall and cracked it across his back. Stop. To my amazement, he squealed with delight. Everyone walking this earth has a secret closet he'd rather left closed. Stop. His face was like a crushed red pepper. Stop. No wonder my fist throbbed. Stop. And that wasn't all that throbbed. I had just opened one of those little closets without knocking and stood staring in. Stop. I cracked the whip again. Stop. This time across his own. I kissed her lightly on the cheek and slipped quietly from the room. Stop. End of paragraph. Chapter 13. Outside, I hailed a cab. Stop. His tires screeched on the hot tarmac as it drew up. Stop. Take me to the asylum, I said. The driver laughed. That's all he said. The taxi pulled away. The day started quietly enough. Then I got out of bed. That was my first mistake. My second was to try and get from here to here. That's how it all began. That bizarre adventure which put 5 people in the cemetery and ruled me out as a customer for laxatives. At the time, I was living abroad. I was already a writer, having 3 years before left London and a lucrative job as a funeral director. It was the family business of my wife, whom I deserted together with my 3 children. Handling stiffs was hardly the life of someone with a burning creative urge. So I elbowed the loved ones. I left some tapes here for transcription. The name is King.
In English?
Preferably.
Please, you wait.
The writer's life would be ideal, but for the writing. That was a problem I had to overcome. Then I read in the Guinness Book of Records about Earl Stanley Gardner, the world's fastest novelist, who can dictate up to the rate of 10,000 words a day. That was for me. None of that romantic stuff with a typewriter. I had better uses for those 2 particular fingers. My full name is Chester Thomas King, although most people call me Mickey, for reasons I won't go into. You may have read some of my early works. Not that you'd know them. My publisher didn't see Chester Thomas King as the name of a best-selling author. He preferred such authors as Guy Strange, Gary Ruff, Dan Wilde, and Les Behan. I was all those and others. I was co-authors Susan Eager and Paul S. Cumming, the newly discovered Indian writer Dr. O.R. Gann, spelt with 2 N's, and the struggling Nigerian author S. Odomi, with the emphasis on the O. None of them exactly made Book of the Month Club.